Have you ever wondered why some relationships stand the test of time while others crumble at the first sign of trouble? It's a question that has lingered in the minds of many, a mystery that we'll attempt to unravel today. The genesis of our inquiry begins with the simple yet profound concept of love. Love, in its purest form, is the inception of every meaningful relationship. But love alone isn't enough, is it? To understand this better, allow me to take you on a little journey. Picture this, a quaint village in the heart of England where my grandparents met and fell in love. Their love story was not one of cinematic grandeur, but of subtle, everyday moments. They were two souls, bound by the threads of mutual respect and shared dreams, who chose to walk life's path together. Despite being born in an era that was far removed from our modern understanding of love and relationships, their bond was unshakable. They weathered the storms of life hand in hand, their commitment to each other unwavering. Their love story, spanning over 50 years, was a testament to their devotion. My grandfather, a man of few words, wore his heart on his sleeve when it came to my grandmother. Her laughter was his symphony, her happiness his purpose. And my grandmother, a woman of resilience and grace, found her strength in his support. They were each other's sanctuary in a world that was constantly changing. Their relationship was not without its fair share of trials and tribulations, but they chose to face them together, their love serving as their guiding light. They taught me that love is not just about the joyful moments, but also about the struggles that help us grow. Watching their love story unfold, I couldn't help but wonder about the secrets that held their relationship together. It was this curiosity that sparked my quest to understand the longevity of relationships. As I watched my grandparents' love story unfold, I was inspired to delve deeper into the secrets of enduring relationships. Their journey taught me that the inception of love is just the beginning. The true test of a relationship lies in its ability to endure, to evolve, and to grow stronger with time. One of the key lessons I learned from observing my grandparents was the importance of open and honest communication. Their relationship was a testament to the role of communication in maintaining a strong bond. Each morning they would sit together, sipping their tea in the quiet dawn, sharing their thoughts, plans, and dreams for the day ahead. Every evening they'd regroup, recounting their day, their triumphs and tribulations. This daily ritual wasn't just about recounting events, it was a time of connection, of understanding each other's worlds. They shared not just their experiences, but also their feelings, their concerns, and their aspirations. The act of openly sharing their innermost thoughts fostered a deep sense of understanding and empathy between them. Their communication wasn't limited to these daily chats. Throughout the day they'd share little moments, a quick call to check in, a note left on the fridge, a shared joke. These little exchanges served as constant reminders of their connection, their unity, their partnership. But it wasn't all rosy. Like any relationship, they faced their fair share of disagreements and misunderstandings. Yet they never allowed these issues to fester. They chose to address them head-on, often leading to difficult but necessary conversations. They saw conflict not as a threat but as an opportunity for growth, for understanding each other better. They taught me that open communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening, truly listening to understand, not just to respond. It's about acknowledging the other person's perspective, even if it differs from your own. It's about expressing your feelings honestly, without fear of judgment or criticism. It's about creating a safe space where both parties can express themselves freely and fully. This level of open communication didn't just happen overnight. It was built over time through consistent efforts, through mutual respect, and through a deep desire to understand and be understood. It required patience, courage, and a lot of love. Their open communication was a cornerstone of their strong bond, fostering mutual understanding and respect. They showed me that in any relationship, communication is not just a means to an end, it's a journey, a process, a way of life. Another secret to their lasting relationship was the art of compromise. This isn't just about giving up your wants for the sake of another, but rather It's about finding common ground where both parties are satisfied. It's about taking the time to understand each other's perspectives and finding a solution that respects both. Now, let's take a journey back in time. Picture a young couple, my grandparents, in the heart of the roaring 20s. They were as different as chalk and cheese. He was a city boy, born and bred in the hustle and bustle of London, while she was a country girl who loved the tranquility of the countryside. They had their fair share of disagreements, from where to live to how to raise their children, but they always found a way to meet in the middle. When it came to choosing a place to call home, they compromised. They picked a quaint town on the outskirts of the city, close enough for him to commute to work, yet serene enough for her to enjoy her peace and quiet. When it came to raising their children, they agreed to instill both their values. The children were taught the importance of hard work, like their father, and the value of nature and tranquility, like their mother. It wasn't always easy, and sometimes it meant setting aside their egos. But they understood that compromise was not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It was a testament of their love for each other, their willingness to put the other before themselves. These stories of my grandparents are not unique. They echo in the lives of many couples who understand the power of compromise. It's a dance, a delicate balance of give and take. It's about understanding that you're in this together, that it's not you against them, but both of you against the problem. Their ability to compromise kept their love alive, reminding us that love is not about winning, but about finding a balance. And in that balance, they found a love that lasted a lifetime. Patience and forgiveness were virtues they practiced faithfully, and these traits played a significant role in the longevity of their relationship. The sweet dance of love, my friends, is a ballet that requires grace, selflessness, and a certain resilience of the heart. It's not for the faint-hearted, and it's certainly not for those in a rush. Take my grandparents, for instance. They were a testament to the power of patience and forgiveness. Their love story was not a fairy tale. It was real, with its share of ups and downs, highs and lows, joys and sorrows. But what made them special was how they handled these trials and tribulations. When my grandfather would lose his temper, my grandmother would patiently listen, understanding that his outbursts were not a reflection of his feelings for her, but merely a manifestation of his stress. She would let the storm pass, allowing him the space to vent his frustrations. And when the storm would finally subside, she would be there, offering him a comforting cup of tea and a warm smile, silently reminding him that she was his sanctuary. And when my grandmother would make mistakes, my grandfather was quick to forgive. He understood that to err is human, and holding on to grudges was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. He chose to focus on her virtues instead of her vices, forgiving her faults as quickly as they surfaced. In their relationship, patience was not a virtue but a necessity, and forgiveness was not a choice but an obligation. They knew that love isn't about being perfect. It's about being patient with each other's imperfections, and they understood that forgiveness isn't about forgetting, it's about remembering without resentment. Their journey wasn't easy, but they made it look effortless, all because they chose to navigate their relationship with patience and forgiveness. Their love story was a beautiful reminder that love is patient, love is kind, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Their patience and forgiveness were not signs of weakness, but powerful demonstrations of their unconditional love. As I reflect on my grandparents' love story, I realize the key to a lasting relationship lies not in grand gestures, but in the everyday acts of love. It's those little things we do every day that add up to form the strong foundation of a lasting relationship. In the previous scenes, we've discussed the importance of communication, the power of compromise, and the value of patience and forgiveness. These are all vital components, but they don't stand alone. They interweave, creating a complex tapestry that is your relationship. When you think about it, communication is an act of love. It's about taking the time to listen, to understand, to empathize. It's about sharing your thoughts, your fears, your dreams. It's about being vulnerable and trusting the other person with that vulnerability. Compromise, too, is an act of love. It's about putting the needs and wants of the other person before your own. It's about finding a middle ground where both of you can be happy. It's not about winning or losing, but about working together to find a solution that works for both of you. Patience and forgiveness, they are acts of love as well. Patience is about giving the other person space and time to grow, to learn, to change. It's about understanding that we all make mistakes, and it's through these mistakes that we learn and grow. Forgiveness, on the other hand, is about letting go of the hurt and the anger. It's about choosing love over resentment. If you look closely, you'll see that these acts of love are present in every lasting relationship. They're not grand gestures that make headlines, but they're the small acts that happen every day. They are the silent whispers of love that keep the flame burning, the gentle nudges that keep the relationship moving forward. In the end, it's not about finding the perfect person, but about loving an imperfect person perfectly. It's about choosing to love them every day in every little thing you do. It's about making love a daily habit, and that, my friends, is the key to a lasting relationship.